Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, they tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the pod, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo.
We are live!
When it comes to the Kings, that's my favorite show.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Do it for Deuce and Mo.
You ready for it, Deuce?
Yeah.
All right. Or should I say
Do it for Deuce and Mo.
Royale?
Kings. Yeah.
You know, this would have been more funny if the Kings had actually won tonight.
Correct.
But actually, maybe it's more funny because they lost. How we doing?
I'm rooting for y'all.
Hey!
Let's go, Kings.
What is up, everybody?
Deuce and Mo.
Our Halloween edition. Oh, the Kings are scary tonight in their loss. Morgan,
Yeah.
why don't you go ahead and explain who you are tonight?
So if you are maybe just an NBA fan and you don't know, I am an ESPN Hall of Fame fan, sign lady.
Yes! Yes!
I'm Barb.
I gotta be.
What?
I just can't stop laughing because I look so fucking ridiculous.
You look so stupid.
This is exactly what I need after this loss. I'm crying right now.
Don't cry, I'll get your face paint.
This is like the first time I've actually got to like stare at it. You were just doing my makeup for me, and I look so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Well, if you couldn't tell, I'm Royale, the Kings mascot that was around for a couple of days.
Yeah.
In November of last year, we thought died. Well, guess what? He lives on tonight. Look, it's a Halloween episode of the Deuce and Mo podcast, and you know, sometimes you the Kings have never lost on one of our Halloween episodes when we dressed up. They were 3-0 before tonight.
No way.
So you know, I didn't really anticipate that I'd be potentially wearing a Royale thing like this after a loss like we just saw tonight. But you got to commit to it. Morgan, I love the sign. Paying homage to the legendary sign lady.
Right? I mean,
Hall of Famer, one of the best, great signs.
she's amazing.
That's great.
And I mean, I doubt she'll want this sign, but I'll give it to her if she wants it.
And also, I'm seeing a couple of comments. I think my costume is A+.
Wait. I made his costume?
Morgan, I'm going to say this. Huge credit. I shouldn't even be, I'm like taking credit for it.
No.
I had this idea. I said, Morgan, I want to be Royale. And I'm like, ooh, what if we did like a paper mache head? She made this.
My mom helped me too. We had so much fun doing arts and crafts, trying to make this and knowing that it was going to not look just like it. But hey,
I think that's part of the bit, right?
well, no, it became definitely part of the bit.
Yeah.
And who knows how to do paper mache in their 30s anymore, right?
Well, yeah, good job. I
Thank
don't
you.
know. I'm not in my 30s quite yet. But,
Yeah, I forgot how young you are.
Great.
Yeah.
Great stuff, Morgan. Your costume's great. You did great on my costume.
Hey, thanks. I thought,
That's what I do. You know, here's the thing with me. I come up with the ideas and you just execute them. Like, shut up and light the beam. It was kind of like, I wrote some of it, but you sing it.
Do you need validation right now? Is that why
Yeah,
you're
kinda.
like, yeah. No, so.
If you guys knew, by the way, I don't know if you could tell, to hold this on, Morgan has these like bungee cords around me, and it's not the most comfortable thing I've ever
I'm
worn.
not an engineer, just a broadcaster.
Yeah.
So like you got to do what you can do to make it work.
How On a scale of 1 to 10, chat, by the way, Basketball Sicko's here right now. We appreciate you guys so much. I have no headphones on tonight, so hopefully this plays.
Give me a hell
Yes, it
yeah.
does. You guys are basketball sickos if you're here this late on a Wednesday night after, is it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday night after the Kings lost to Chicago. Appreciate you guys being here so much.
You're amazing. I just got back from San Francisco from the NBC studios,
dude,
so had to do a quick outfit change.
Morgan.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, chat, how creepy do I look?
I mean, yeah, Royale.
Is it creepier when I do this?
Yeah, no, like your eyes are.
Or this?
Oh shit! That
It's me, Royale. Actually,
Oh, yeah,
no,
do you
no,
have
no,
the-
no, no,
yeah,
I know,
there you go.
I know. Hold on. Don't worry, we'll start the pod soon.
yeah. Oh, there you go.
All right, cool. There you go.
Really good, Royale.
Thank you.
Really good.
Whew, this is gonna be interesting. Okay.
I mean, last year was a little more interesting because we were both John Tesh and we tried staying in character a little bit.
Yeah.
Where this, like, you get to become your own Royale, and I'm sign lady with an awesome sign, and I get to talk hoops. That was a great explanation.
I have to really listen closely because you don't understand. This is like an echo chamber for me.
We can put the headphones
I'm
in.
good. I'm committing to this.
No,
Nope.
in the helmet.
I don't want to.
That's why I made it big.
I don't want to.
That's literally, I can go.
Deuce and Mo coming down.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Pretend you like to see my hand. Hit the music.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.
Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast, the Halloween edition of the Deuce and Mo podcast. After the Kings got absolutely spanked in the second half in Chicago, they lose 126 to 113 on a night that they had some great moments, but fell apart in a major way in the third quarter and could never get it back. The Kings are now 1-4 on the season. This podcast, as always, is presented by our friends at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. How you doing, Mo, a.k.a. dressed as sign lady tonight?
Why, thank you, Roy. Al.
Thank you.
If someone couldn't figure that out, I don't know how.
Well, for the audio people that listen, yes, you may want to check out the YouTube feed or our socials so you can see what we're wearing. Yeah, I am dressed as the I guess, old Kings mascot that was around for a second.
The dead
Royale.
Kings mascot.
Lives
The
on
dead.
today. And Morgan is dressed as sign lady.
Yes.
The Hall of Famer.
So I'm good. I just got back from San Francisco, did a little outfit change. This Kings loss, first disappointing Kings loss of the season. And here we are, dressed like this. Oh.
Yeah, and you know, Morgan, this was one of the things I was a little concerned with when I decided to pick out this costume for you to make for me. Was what is it going to look like when other fan bases check out and they see us legitimately talking about what went down tonight, but I'm dressed like this and you're dressed like this. But I guess that's part of what makes our podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, also, like, who cares, right?
Just trying to get comfortable with this
there you
mask.
go.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares?
There we go. Late reaction. Yay!
Let's just talk about where this game went tonight and kind of the big picture stuff, because the Kings decided to go with the same starting lineup tonight against an undefeated Bulls team who was coming into this game at 3-0 and playing some pretty good basketball, right? Like, their defensive rating was near the top of the NBA, although I feel like some of it's a little misleading because they are terrible at defending the paint. Like, they are really bad. In fact, they came in to tonight dead last in points in the paint allowed. They were giving up 64 points in the paint per game. But Sacramento elects to go with the same starting lineup. They go with Westbrook, Schroeder, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Sabonis, along with Westbrook. I think I already mentioned that.
Yep.
I'm not sure. Against this Bulls squad. And from the get, it was like, oh, it's going to be that type of game. Like, the Kings aren't guarding anybody whatsoever. It felt like the Bulls were just scoring at will. And it was like, oh, maybe the Kings are going to get blown out of this game. And it all shifted when Malik Monk got in this game and really turned things around for Sacramento for a stretch.
Game changer. And much needed off the bench, his energy, what he was bringing on both ends. But what I thought was most interesting about the starting lineup tonight is that it didn't look like it did the other night, where it really felt like it was starting to connect, starting to click. And by the way, they were also being put into that 3-2 zone early on. They were put into a zone early on too. So I felt like they did a really good job of disguising each other's flaws, which is usually just being in help and being able to clean things up until obviously late in the game when SGA and OKC Thunder were able to tear everything apart. But yeah, I thought from the jump in this game, the starting unit wasn't able to stop anyone coming into the paint, scoring, doing what they wanted to do on that end of the floor. The defense was not fun.
Yeah, in the first quarter, the lead ballooned to 21-12 for Chicago. They went on a 16-4 run during that stretch. And then all of a sudden, Monk comes in, and that was around the 5:15 mark. And right away, you see some two-man action. The most positive thing tonight, I felt like, was Malik Monk. In a game where the Kings were just embarrassed down the stretch, and we're going to go into all of that and what went wrong and what the hell do they do from here, especially with this road trip continuing in Milwaukee coming up on Friday. Malik comes in and instantly there's like, oh, there's two-man actions happening. He's connecting with Sabonis. Like, where has this been? We need to play these guys together more often. And then he was also making plays defensively. He had a great contest. I think he either blocked on Booz. Was it a block on Ellis?
No, he only has a steal. So
okay, well, great contest on Ellis, and then another one on Patrick Williams, and he brought a huge lift to Sacramento's bench. Ends up playing 14 straight minutes. I'm like, that's the Malik Monk of old, who really propelled himself into one of the best 6 men of the year in Sacramento. I loved everything I saw.
Yeah, he. That role for him off the bench, like obviously whenever we talk about it, it's like, yes, we know what he's capable of. But with rosters shifting every single year, it's been a little different. And so for him to kind of find his groove when he did come into the game, it felt natural, right? Like it felt fluid. It felt like it was supposed to be that way. But again, him bringing that energy right away was one of the most positive things to pull out of this game.
Yeah, and I thought they really ended up started taking control of the game. And I think the biggest thing that what Monk did in the group that kind of got Sacramento control of this game for a stretch was they were getting into the paint, right? And they were making the Bulls pay. Again, I'm referencing this Bulls team is not very good at protecting the paint. And they don't have a rim protector. Vucevic is not really a rim protector. So when you get in the paint, good things can happen, right? It's not just you getting to the rim. It's getting off the ball, getting the ball moving around. And I thought Sacramento in the first half tonight did those things at a very high level, but it went kind of shitty toward the end of that first half.
Oh
Remember,
my God.
I think it was, they went up 64-53 with 2:05 left.
Jesus.
And all of a sudden, they let off the gas.
Yeah.
And that sounds like it's such a simple thing to say. They let off the gas. It's like, no, they literally did, because all of a sudden, they start missing some shots, not getting good looks, whatever. And then they're getting absolutely destroyed in transition, where they're not picking up the right guy in transition. They're allowing open looks. And all of a sudden, an 11-point lead turns into a 2-point lead at the half.
Yeah. And that was very deflating, because you're right. The way that they started the game, then Malik Monk comes in, they turn things around. It was just such a great recovery to go into the half with, holy shit, the Bulls are coming back. Okay. How do you redeem yourself? Like, what do you do in the third quarter? Well, what we've seen from the Sacramento Kings is that they're not a very good second half team, but can they do it on a second night of a back-to-back coming into the third? No, shit hit the fan quick as soon as the third quarter started.
The third quarter in this second half, again, I mean, this has been like a theme for Sacramento for years, having bad third quarters.
Yeah.
And this season, their second halves have just been dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
This one was like a new level of dreadful, though.
I'm with you.
I mean, we talk about how their defense got destroyed. The Bulls are getting into the teeth of the Kings defense. No, there was no teeth. They were getting into the gums of the defense. There was no resistance whatsoever. You get it? Like the gums because they're teeth. The teeth of the defense is like.
I was waiting for it because I knew you were trying to do something.
I know. You know what? I thought about that line and I thought it was going to be much better than it was. And it could just be the mascot thing.
I think it's the mascot thing. Yeah. No.
So, anyways, a couple of things I want to highlight first. Yeah. Halftime. The Kings had 42 points in the paint at the half. They were 21 of 26. They started 19 of 21. For perspective, last night against OKC, when we were just railing against all the smoke layups, they were 17 of 41 in the paint, 41%. So all of a sudden, you go from 41%, 37 points in the paint against OKC to at the half, 42 points on 80%. Holy shit. Then the second half comes and it's like everything Sacramento did right, they went away from. And then defensively,
it just got worse.
It was embarrassing.
It got worse.
It was embarrassing. Just the Bulls' ability to get into the paint at will. And that's the thing with Sacramento right now. Yeah, they're small, which is a huge issue, but there's no rim protection. They're small. So the margin for error is so
there
slim.
We go. The margin for error. And where that error begins is always with the perimeter pressure. And the Bulls were starting to do an even better job in the second half, seeking out mismatches. One of those mismatches specifically being Buzelis trying to get DeMar DeRozan. And there's so many times where he was just cooking DeMar DeRozan, getting into the paint, going to the rim at will. But here's what you would usually see with a team defense. You'd see a second line of defense. You'd see a little bit of rim protection, some help come over. None of that is happening. And so you really need everyone to be on their A game when it comes to the perimeter pressure. That's where you keep them out, keep them away from the basket. But no, that just wasn't there tonight. Obviously, it's not like they were fouling a shit ton or anything and being handsy, but I thought at the end that they should have been way more physical. When someone is going off, like if someone's coming through the paint and they're just scoring like it's nothing, I'm sorry, I'm doing bad things.
Yeah, it was just undisciplined defense too. I mean, how many times you just saw guys like standing straight up?
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
What do you do? Get in a defensive position so you can at least stay with your man. And look, you're going to get beat sometimes in the NBA, especially some of these Bulls players. They're a good team and they do a great job of pushing. Io has been tremendous off the bench this year, getting out in transition, getting to the hole. But like you have to, like you said, where's the physicality?
Yes.
And this is something that they talk so much about in training camp. And like, this is the brand of basketball that they want to play. But from this veteran-laden group, you aren't seeing it. And in that third quarter, Sacramento allowed 26 points in the paint. 26 of the 39 points from Chicago in the paint in the third quarter.
And they were shooting 65% from the field in the third quarter. So everything, it was just, again, it was so easy for them in the third.
It was really embarrassing. And it's... What?
You saying that in this costume?
Yeah, trust me. I understand we're having a very serious Kings conversation right now, and I look like this.
It was really embarrassing.
I was really embarrassed.
I'm Royale.
If I really committed to being a mascot tonight, I wouldn't be talking. I would just be miming the whole thing. Like, ask me how I felt about the third quarter.
Hey Royale, how did you feel about the third quarter? Oh, no. Well, what do the Kings need to do better, Royale, in the third quarter specifically? Get in a defensive stance. There you go. Oh, wow. Yeah? Oh.
It's really hard to.
Okay. Yeah.
Physical. Be physical.
Okay. Well.
I even have the shorts on, guys.
You're not a very good mascot, but.
Yeah.
That's okay. So, yeah, the third quarter was shit.
No,
and depressing.
Yeah, in the second half, they end up being outscored 64-49. The Kings shot 38% in the second half, 3 of 15 from downtown. This was one of those games, too. Like, the Bulls are a much improved team, I think. And
Yes.
they showed it last year, especially after they made the trade, after they made a couple of critical trades of trading DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. And then eventually, Caruso and this offseason losing Lonzo Ball or trading him for Okoro. But they were playing kind of a fun style at the end of last year, right? And that's bled into this season.
Mm-hmm.
You see it. They're still an incomplete team for sure. But this was a winnable game for Sacramento. And for them to and I understand the size issues. Like part of it, like we said, the margin for error is slim. But what you can control is your physicality, your effort, getting into a defensive stance. And it's like they do something right for a stretch, and then they just go, all right, we're good. And it's insane to me because they're not good enough to even have that mentality ever.
No. And that's exactly. And I think Doug Christie even talked about that after the game. It's like they get bored with, or it seems like they're getting bored with doing some of the fundamental things.
Which
the
is
things
an outrageous thing to say 5 games into a season that your team is feeling bored. It's like, if that's the case, what are we doing?
Right. And it's like, well, then get players that aren't going to be bored with some of the simple things, some of the fundamentals, and doing things right every effing minute that they are out there. And so, yeah, when that, I guess that would be my biggest thing, especially from, I guess you could look at it at each game that they've played this season in the first 5 games. But tonight specifically, there was too many times where I don't know if it was fatigue that they didn't want to push through or just like mental fatigue that they didn't want to push through to do the right thing, to be in the right spot. I get it. Like way easier said than done for all of us to sit over here and talk about it. But at the same time, you are professional basketball players that are expected to do these things, and we keep not seeing these things done throughout 4 quarters in all of these games.
It was 64-62 at the half. The run continued into the third quarter. The Chicago Bulls end up pushing the run to 22-2. So it was 75-66 at one point, and they really never looked back. And I'm looking back at some of my notes. It's like, all right, DeMar is a good look. He misses it. The Bulls get the rebound, and they get an easy push. They're getting into the paint, and whether it's scoring at the rim or it's kicking out to open shooters when the defenses collapse and there's no recovery, or the Kings helping off shooters they shouldn't be helping off of. Like, Ellis, why is he getting just clean looks?
Yes.
Even if you don't look at him as like a marksman, like the guy is an NBA player. And if he's catching and has no one even remotely close to him because they're not even paying attention to him, the result is not going to be pretty. Ellis tonight with 27 points. Kevin Huerter was awesome off the bench with 18. Go ahead, Mo.
And we should talk about the Bulls bench because that is something that has been so fantastic for them. But I was just going to mention really quick the rebounding number as well. It was 46-31, right? The Kings out rebounded. We know that's going to be the theme throughout the year at times, but you saw even in yesterday's game against OKC at the half, they were out rebounding OKC. Like, they have it. They know what they need to do. And that was with Sabonis not looking like he was completely healthy, even though he ended up with 18 rebounds in that game. But it was like they were all just doing the right things. And tonight, Bulls had 12 offensive rebounds as well. And just all those numbers right there showed me who wanted it more in so many different situations, or who just wasn't doing the right thing and putting a body on someone, doing all the fundamental things.
You mentioned the rebounding. The Bulls end up scoring 70 points in the paint this game.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, these are just brutal numbers for Sacramento. And look, I'm looking at where they're at right now, and it's like they are too small. They are too small. I don't know what else to say. Like, you're getting put in so many difficult matchups. And like, I understand some of the smaller lineups. Like, I gotta be honest, I think some of the lineups I like tonight featured Malik and Keon because those guys were flying around defensively and making things happen. And Keon with his spacing helps things. And Malik putting pressure on the defense, getting in the 2-man game, getting in the paint, getting the ball moving. Those are all things that help the offense. And when you're playing with that type of energy, I love it. But the problem is, like, you're DeMar DeRozan at the 4. It just can't happen. And I know some matchups, maybe you're fine with it, but
Yeah.
tonight when they're, like you said earlier, getting matched up with Ellis. I mean, Ellis is a big dude. Like,
He
he's
just went
tall.
downhill.
He's lengthy. He's got long arms. He has the ability to create off the dribble. He's athletic, can finish at the rim, can step out. Like, that's a tough cover. And you're going small. I'm like, at some point, you got to trust or at least give Isaac Jones a chance.
I mean, well, and especially when you're just searching, right? We're in search mode. We're not in this is the team. This is the roster that's going to build our future here in Sacramento. Like, that's just not anyone's mindset. I don't think that's anyone's mindset anywhere in the world, around the league, or anything. There's fantastic individuals on this team, and I will say that every single game, because on paper it's like, whoa, wait, how can you not win with those guys? And it's like, well, there's so many flaws to this roster and how it's constructed as just a basketball team, because this is a team sport. And you're exactly right, Deuce. When you're just trying to play DeMar at the 4-2 and just trying to get a flow and trying to get things going, we saw what happens when the ball is being pushed up the floor. Good things happen. That's what we saw in the first and a little bit of the second quarter. That's what we saw against OKC. Tonight, they had 27 fast break points. When they were pushing the pace, things were looking good. All the guys in the starting lineup, I believe, are capable of turning it on, being fast when they need to be. But you go back to DeMar DeRozan's minutes of 35.
Too many.
And especially on a second night of a back-to-back when Keon and Monk, 23 and 28, I'm not even looking at Isaac Jones right now. I'm not even looking at another big. I'm just saying, when you felt the energy and the fire from some of the other guys and where it was working, I know DeMar can get you a bucket, and like sometimes his turnaround jumper, I'm just like, oh my
it's
God,
nasty.
I could watch that all game long. I get that. But it's not going to ultimately just win you a basketball game every time. Oh, you okay? You okay, Roy?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the box score right now.
Okay.
I'm just seeing these minutes. Yeah, so DeRozan was at 34. Westbrook played just under 29. Sabonis, 31 minutes. LaVine ends up playing 36. He had 30 points in this game. Schroeder plays just under 28. I didn't think Schroeder was very good tonight. And
No.
I think I've been disappointed with him to start the season. He'll have games where he gets in the paint, gets off of it, but I think he's a little indecisive still offensively. And I'm like, I don't know if there's some confusion getting used to guys. There's definitely confusion there, but I think I'm more disappointed defensively. I've seen bits and pieces of him picking up and being physical, but there's more moments of him not being engaged and being what you brought him here to do defensively.
He gives up on a play. That's what I'll say. Like, you see him getting up and guys, 94 feet, being active, and you're like, shit, yeah, I love that energy. And then when it's like a screen comes at him and he doesn't want to navigate through it, you can see he's just communicating with his teammates. Oh, take him. It's just, and if that's their game plan, like, great. Everyone needs to switch faster. Everyone needs to talk it up more. It never seems like it's necessarily the plan A, right? It doesn't seem like it's what they want to go with first.
And by the way, you're not playing with Jalen Duren anymore. Like, you don't have a rim protector. You don't have a ton of size. So it's so imperative for the guys up front, right, who are putting at the guys that are at the point of attack, defending the point of attack, to be engaged and physical, to make life challenging. Because what we're seeing now is like, hey, you get blown by and you're getting to the basket at ease. There's no rim protection, especially with Sabonis. He's not a shot blocker. And, Sabonis's weaknesses too are being highlighted even more right now without Keegan Murray, in my opinion. People are getting on Sabonis tonight. Sabonis ends up with, I thought, one of his better games.
It was
probably his best game this season. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Much better in the first half. I think all the good things really happened for Sacramento in that first half. But my point is, we talk about him needing help up front when Keegan Murray's there. Like, ideally, Keegan would be at the 3. You'd have a legit 4, and then Sabonis in a perfect world. You don't even have Keegan right now, and you're playing DeMar there sometimes. Tonight, they played Zach LaVine there, and honestly, I thought Zach did better than DeMar because he's athletic, and that's crazy to say. So there's so much pressure on Sabonis to be the guy that's dealing with the bigs and the size that are crashing left and right to try to get a rebound. And so he's probably getting beat up coming off the injury too. So it's not making his life any easier. And on top of that, if your guards can't defend and you don't have rim protection, good night. What you're seeing is what you saw tonight, and that was the Bulls clapping that ass in the second half.
Show them again, Royale.
Clapping that
ass. No, and
So
overall,
what do you do?
I know, because it's the part that's been fun over the last, I guess, before tonight's game, was seeing the potential and like, ooh, I really like the consistency from Zach LaVine. He was doing this in Chicago. He was so efficient before being traded to the Kings last season. Can you see that going forward? His shot's so pure and beautiful. Love it. And then you see Sabonis with just more of a fluid night on the offensive end where he's putting people in that DHO action, but also looking for his in the mid-range, even if he misses it. So what do you do? I mean, here's what I would do. I would keep lowering the minutes of some of these starters, because I do think it's important to see what type of cheaper, younger players you have accessible, and especially in a style that you're trying to play in. Plus, on top of everything, Deuce, I remember you sending me the tweet today about the trend in the NBA of picking up 94 feet. First, I'll give you credit. Deuce was talking about this with me literally.
Just to be clear, not necessarily 94 feet, but your pickup point being closer and closer.
The pickup point being closer. And Deuce was saying this in preseason to me, saying like, watch, Morgan, all these teams are going to do this season, and then you started hearing it around training camp, people talking about that, talking about conditioning. It's just what you need to see, and today the game just keeps evolving. It's awesome. Like, you have to be more conditioned. You have to do all these things. The players that are probably more capable to do that and would look good in that style are some of the younger players on this team. And I would just like to see them play more, but I get it. In the NBA, like, you don't want to ever disrespect the vets. And by the way, like, of course I want DeMar DeRozan out there getting them a bucket, especially when they can't get shit going.
I mean, big picture wise, it is so early in the season. The Kings are 1-4. We're 5 games in. You're not going to get to the point where you're like, I know some fans like, just bench these guys and play the young guys. I mean, that's just, it's too early for that. And it's too early because what you need to do, in my opinion, big picture, is to maximize the value of these guys so they can be attractive in the trade market. I think most people can be honest about this team and go, yeah, they're not very good. And I know there's some people out there that are, more optimistic, that are like, hey, they haven't had Neek, they haven't had Keegan Murray. You had those guys back. Can we just see what it looks like and how it functions? And maybe it's better with those guys. Could be, but the reality is they're still really guard heavy and they're still old. They're the 3rd oldest team in the NBA. So to me, you need to maximize these guys. That's why you bring in a Westbrook, because he could push the pace and set up someone like Zach LaVine, DeMar, get them to their spots. And, same with like Schroeder. The idea was, hey, he's going to push the pace and, you're going to have a functioning offense. LaVine has had a great start to this year. I mean, 5 games in.
So consistent.
I think his defense has been better.
Yes.
Tonight's not a great example of that. I thought he had
moments.
some mistakes, but I think offensively, he's been really, really special. Not only with his shooting, attacking off the dribble, getting to the rack, crafty finishes. All of a sudden, you're looking at him going, God, he doesn't look like he's got a bad deal at the moment, right? Like, that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Even though it's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong.
Right.
DeMar DeRozan has had some really good moments offensively this season, where you see the explosiveness sometimes offensively, and you're like, God damn, he still has it at his age. Malik Monk played a lot better tonight. Like, these guys could have value down the stretch. And I think big picture, that's where you need is come, close to the trade deadline, you move some of these guys to balance the roster, get younger. And then, of course, in turn, you're probably not going to be good. And you get a good pick and you start building this. But unfortunately, Morgan, this is what we've been talking about for months here, is like the mistakes from yesterday are causing pain today, tomorrow, and going forward. It's just the reality. And this is a fan base that's been through a lot.
Is that a Royale quote?
No, but
the pain from yesterday is bringing whatever you said.
The pain. We're feeling the mistakes from yesterday are. What was the quote? Is this paint toxic? I think I'm like getting high off the fumes. The mistakes from yesterday are causing pain today and tomorrow and going forward. So we're you know what I mean? Like there's a portion of fans are going tank. It's like, well, they're 1-4. They're probably not going to be very good. The schedule's tough and all of that. But you know, and I think on social media, a lot of fan bases are seeing Sacramento and they're seeing the starting lineup and going, what on earth are the Kings doing? I was actually thinking about this tonight, Morgan. What do you think Kevin Huerter was thinking when he looked over at like the Kings lineup at one point? You're like, wait, Sabonis is out there with Schroeder, Westbrook, DeRozan, and LaVine.
How could you not love that shit? Like if that's your former team. And
no, I'm more saying like how crazy life is he scans over and there's like, no one, like just a couple of years ago, he's here.
That's what I'm saying.
Last year.
Well, I was even going to the point of like probably just being like, cool. Yeah. This is what you did, you know, whatever. And then he's just feeling good and feeling confident off the Bulls bench. Billy Donovan empowering him and the rest of the bench.
Because he's a good player. He is. And he has his issues, but the guy, his confidence got zapped here. You know, I think Mike Brown really hurt his confidence, and now he's figured out a little bit, and you know he's got to grow on his own too. Yeah. So the Kings are in a very challenging spot at the moment, and you know it's how do you get out of it? I don't know. I mean, I think one instant tweak that has to be made, in my opinion, probably should have been made tonight.
What?
Was you got to play Isaac Jones. You got to play some of your size.
Trust some of your size,
you know,
I guess.
We mentioned Sabonis playing 31 minutes. Eubanks got some time as the other big.
And Eubanks had some good minutes.
Yeah, he was much better tonight. He was much better in his minutes tonight. You
Same
know,
with Devin Carter.
Devin Carter had some great minutes, but I'm focusing on the bigs right now.
Yes. Oh,
and
yes, those.
I know Devin Carter plays like a big sometimes with like his rebounding and crashing and all that, but you know, Cardwell doesn't play. Reynaud, he's not playing. Saric not playing. And then Isaac Jones got in at the, you know, the tail end of this game when it was totally decided. And, you know, I know Isaac was sick and, you know, I haven't been very impressed with him, but it's also like the sample size is so small. And here's what I do know. I mean, it's just like, I need to see it. I need someone that can go get a rebound, someone with some length and size. You cannot tell me that next game against Milwaukee, against a front line that's got Giannis and Miles Turner, that you're going to go small against them. Like, it's not happening. And unfortunately, it's like, all right, Isaac, I know you haven't played the last few games. Go in there and you might have to deal with Giannis.
Have
Miles
fun.
Turner.
Hey,
like, that's just a tough thing to ask. And he's a young player. He needs to go out there and get reps and make mistakes. So that's why I don't completely understand why you just abandoned playing all bigs outside of Sabonis and Eubanks.
I'm with you. And I mean, that's where they're at right now. I don't necessarily understand it, but I also... I don't know what exactly the mindset is around the rotations, but I also believe that there's a certain connection or respect, or I don't know, to the guys that have been in this league for a long time. I don't agree with going in that direction. I think you always need to play the people that you need to play. And what that means is whether it's you need size against a certain matchup or there's some younger guys that are playing well. Keep rolling with it. Don't just stop. Keep rolling with it. Oh, so-and-so isn't out there and didn't get enough minutes. Win the game. Win the game.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Develop.
Working. Like even tonight, I was like, how... I want to see Monk in there. And it felt like Monk got in there when it was already done.
Yeah.
You know, I know that it was within technically striking distance, but he was the best guy tonight.
Give him 35 minutes, you know?
Yeah, Malik, this was the night where you go, yeah, Malik definitely should have played more. And he ended up playing 27. He was 7 of 10 shooting, just 1 of 3 from downtown, but had 15 points. And his energy was fantastic. It's crazy looking at the plus minus. I know it's one game. All the starters were in the negative, plus minus. DeRozan minus 21. The best out of the stars was actually Westbrook, who actually had some decent moments.
Yeah.
Minus 3. But Malik in this game where they lose by 13, he was a plus 17. I mean, he was impacting things.
I know.
So yeah, that's kind of looking at this game tonight, the frustration. Now from the Bulls perspective, Morgan, you mentioned like Billy Donovan kind of empowering the bench and Their bench has been really strong this year.
Giving them confidence.
They're just an intriguing group. Like Josh Giddey, I know he has his warts, and like OKC moved on, and I think that was best for both parties. They get Caruso in the deal. He was kind of like a missing piece. Think about what he was able to do against Jokic in the playoffs. But Giddey's kind of emergence here as a guy that is going to rebound, push the pace, and kind of do everything out there. He's been nice for them.
I expected him to be nice for him. I wasn't necessarily expecting all the rebounding, which I have found so impressive. Really just utilizing his size, crashing the boards, just a great feel for the game, but also still dropping dimes, finding his teammates, attacking the basket, not just chucking up some shots, attacking the paint, attacking the basket, finishing at the rim. He has been very impressive to me. And then obviously the depth of this Bulls team.
Modest Ellis is fun too.
Oh my God. And he is fun. Like he's crafty. His finishes at the rim are pretty impressive, and just such a long guy and can do things off the dribble. Yeah. I mean, they have some intriguing talent on their team.
The thing that blew me away today was when I heard Vucevic is 35 now. I'm like, man,
is he really?
Where does time go?
And what did he?
He had a really good second half.
Yeah.
He was quiet in the first half. Ends up with 13 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. He's got the ability to space the floor.
Oh,
too.
I know. That's why that's why I was like, I remembered seeing 1-3, but he only attempted 3. That was another thing that you were texting me about too. The 3-point attempts for the Kings. Obviously, they ended up finishing with 28 3-point attempts.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
But something else that you just want to keep seeing them is
the offense,
shoot the basketball.
I can't figure out what the offense is. I think in some ways it's predictable that with the kind of group that they have, it's like a lot of my turn, your turn stuff. I thought in the first half, I went, oh, this is kind of a Kings offense that I'm kind of used to seeing like back in the day. It's like they're running through things through Sabonis. I thought Sabonis early on too. It's like he was setting some fantastic screens to free up LaVine. We mentioned the 2-man action with him and Monk. It just felt like the ball was popping. I saw Sabonis doing his clap. Like the ball movement in that first half was some of the best ball movement I think I've seen from them.
He was initiating the offense. It wasn't just Dennis Schroeder as a floor manager initiating the offense. Him and Zach are connecting better, but also they did a really good job scoring off of a lot of the Bulls' turnovers, forcing some of those turnovers, pushing the ball and being able to score in transition. I mentioned it, they're 27 fast break points.
So what happens to the offense when it falls apart then? Like in the second half, I know you're going to miss shots, 38%.
Yeah.
But they only took 15 threes. They were 3 of 15 from downtown, scored just 49 points. Why does it slow down? And we could talk about adjustments, and I'm sure the Bulls played some better defense. The Bulls defense has been pretty solid this year, but it seemed like the Kings had, and maybe it was just because defensively they were such a mess that it allowed the Bulls to gave them confidence. They're picking up and being more physical and communicating. They're playing with energy. Maybe that's as simple as that, because it just seems like when the Kings offense goes bad now, oh my God, it goes so bad. And for as
stale,
having a team that has so many offensive minded players, for it to go that bad, I mean, come on. I can live with missed shots, but when the ball gets sticky and they don't move it, it's not moving side to side. They're not getting in the paint. They're not running shit through Sabonis. I'm watching the game going, why is this not happening?
I don't want to say that like they go into a mode, because I don't think this happens every game, but I think there's times DeMar DeRozan will go into mode like, okay, team, jump on my back. I'm going to get us a bucket. Yeah. But what that initially does, sometimes gets the bucket. Other times it definitely can just slow down the pace of the offense. Like, oh, okay, are we going back to this again? And what I like is that I think his teammates are giving him the ball because they trust him and they're like, no, get it done. But it's like, everyone else still needs to do their job. DeMar was doing such a great job the first couple of games of taking 2 dribbles in and finding the person that was relocating, that was moving without the basketball. And I feel like all of that movement becomes stagnant and they go, okay, we're just going to play some hero ball. And that's not DeMar's fault. That's everyone's fault, just not playing the right way. You know what I mean?
I think Schroeder's kind of been one of the biggest culprits of it too.
Yeah, at times. He definitely has.
It's like the ball gets sticky and you're not taking good shots. Like, oh my God, let me go back to my notes for a second. I'm looking.
So shocked.
there's one Schroeder taking a contested 3 from the corner. I'm like, what, why? That's the best look. I know it's late, but like, let's get a better look. Sabonis, he was doing a lot of his little floater. It was like a Rashawn Holmes push shot tonight. What was up with that?
Here's the thing about it though, Deuce. You and I were talking about this the other night.
Oh no, I want him shooting.
Yes, and we're like, please, dear God, shoot the short range shots,
Yeah, yeah.
shoot the mid range shots. You're not even looking for yours. You're not even being a threat. He was doing more of that tonight, missing a lot of those. I don't know what he was trying to do with it mechanically, but I don't care. Shoot that freaking shot.
Yeah, I mean, he had his best moments so far the early season tonight,
Yes.
which I think if there's a good thing for Sacramento, it's that. And I should say offensively. I always have to put a caveat there because defensively in the second half was just really bad.
It was bad.
We have more of the podcast coming up, believe it or not, on our
Believe it or not.
Halloween extravaganza. Appreciate all the comments about our costumes too. I see some
Yeah.
of them coming in. I'm a little further away from the screen today, so it's hard for me to read them because I want to show off my full costume.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But yeah, Morgan as Sign Lady. You're a slam dunk slang. I love that. That's a good homage. That's a positive. If there's a bright light in Kings fandom during tough times, it's Sign Lady
Oh, sign lady.
and her husband.
Yeah. Both
Nico.
them. Great.
We are presented by our friends over at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm sure you needed some wine tonight after this Kings game, but there's no better place to go than Sentivo Vineyards and Winery and their new tasting room. It is elite. You know, you don't often think about Fairfield and think of, oh, this is wine country. Dude, go check it out. So many wineries in that area, and they just opened up a brand new one that is absolutely stunning. And Morgan told me, I'm pretty sure she told me.
What?
She said, Deuce, you know that region got voted the best wine region? We're talking about, I had a Napa? Not even Santa Barbara County?
Yes.
Nah, screw those clowns.
Hell yeah.
It's about Sentivo and Fairfield.
Thank you.
It's just down the road, 45 minutes away.
Make sure to head to sentivovineyards.com if you can't head there to the tasting room to get some bottles yourself.
We're also presented by our friends over at
Medic Ambulance. Woo, woo. We've teamed up with Medic Ambulance, the trusted name in emergency medical services across Northern California. From life-saving responses to being the team behind the scenes at your favorite events, Medic is here to serve. Learn more at medicambulance.net.
Appreciate their support of the Deuce and Mo podcast. It's kind of hard to hit my switcher. when I
Yeah, it
have
looks
these.
kind of hard, bud.
it's,
Yeah.
let's get to some super chats. I know we got some of those, and we have more to talk about. Look ahead to this road trip as well. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us late. It is nearing 11 o'clock here on the West Coast, and this is hours after the Kings game ended. If you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. What's up, Will? Thanks so much for being a member. Morgan, were you going to say something?
No, go.
Shout out to Phoenix Play donating $2. Made money betting against the Kings. Here's something. Okay. Great. Haven. Why say Haven?
I don't know.
Haven donated $5. Love the costumes. I'm so grateful for how you both continue to show up with such effort, commitment for us every single night.
Oh my God. Give me a hell yeah.
I'm going to give you a hell yeah. No, we appreciate that.
Thank
First
you.
of all,
You guys show up.
someone said that in the comments last night. It's like, I don't know how you guys do it. And it's like, guys, first of all, we're in this together. Two, we don't have to do the podcast. We technically don't. We love doing it.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't do it if it was like painful and it was the worst thing ever. But I can tell you what's not going to push me away is a bad Kings season. That's what I've been used to. It's fine. That's part of being a sports fan. It is what it is. We've been here through the tough times. We're not going to like tap out during the tough times. How lame would that be? It's like, hey, I know we just had a lot of fun the last couple of years. They're not good, so we're done.
Isn't that what a podcast is? The one of those NFL podcasts?
Yeah, the Panthers guys.
Okay, that's what it was.
Let's see here. Beyond Wonder 6 donates a couple of times saying, yo, Deuce, you scared me in Discord today. All love here. I was trying to say I'm hoping for change soon. # love. Yeah, I misread his message. I didn't recognize him in Discord, and I was just like, I thought he was targeting me, and I jumped him. And I apologize right away.
Damn, Deuce.
Yeah, you know what?
You're really protective of our community,
yeah,
and I get
exactly.
it. No, and that's so sweet. So
Yeah, appreciate the support.
Deuce and Royale are sorry. Oh, get that glove
Get this
back
glove
on.
back on. All right. What would be the moment of the game tonight? I feel like this is a tough one. I have an idea what my moment would be. What's the chat think the J Street Dental moment of the game should be?
Okay, I have mine.
Okay.
I loved that first Zach LaVine dunk, the throwdown that he had, just going downhill, and he threw it down.
Zach had some great dunks,
He had two amazing dunks, but the first one specifically, I felt the emotion in it. I was like, he's back in his old arena and he's throwing it the fuck down.
Mine was, and I like that, Morgan. I like
Thank
your
you.
Positivity. Mine was actually kind of a tough moment late in the game.
Why?
Because it was just, it was a perfect encapsulation of the night. Devin Carter blocks a Ellis jumper. Damn, that was nice. The ball goes to Josh Giddey. Carter runs out to contest it. I think it was Carter contesting it. And Josh Giddey banks in a three.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just like, really? Like this? Really? We actually do something right out there defensively, and that's what happens?
Well, other people are actually saying the Zach dunk, so they're not going with what you're saying, which is great. Let's see. Anyone?
I mean, he blocked a Ellis jumper. It was sweet.
Devin Carter's block was cool.
See?
Okay. Yep.
And then it just turned into a bank three from Josh Giddey. And you're just like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for that moment. Well, that moment more defines what went down with this game. So
yeah, that's part,
Okay, so both of them.
I put them both down.
My Zach dunks are the J Street Dental moments of the game, enriching lives and enhancing smiles. Head to jstreetdentalgroup.com.
They are the best, seriously.
They really are.
Great people.
They've done our mouths, and look at our smiles. Royale, smile. Oh God.
Yeah, creepy. Oh man, someone else mentioning the transition take foul that happened. That was a tough sequence too, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, Ellis misses the free throw. Then I think the Kings got like 1 point out of it, right? Yeah, they got 1 point. It was a clear path foul, and then they got 1 point out of it, and then it turned into a basket for the Bulls, and you're just like, is this really happening? Yeah. No, that's what it was. It was 96-90, and you're like, oh, dude, the Kings get right back in this. We're talking, dude, you get the ball too? You get 1 point out of it, and then the Bulls get an and one on the other end, and you're just like,
pure shit. Awful.
Dude. Yeah.
There's too many of those deflating moments happening.
Shout out to Sac Kings, 7,600 for donating $20.
Give me a hell yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
They say your outfits and vibes are with the, what's that say? Your outfits and vibes are with the $. Love y'all. If it ain't, I'm having trouble with this
Here,
one.
it says, ain't if this team, but y'all make it all better. Keep up.
Okay, I'm gonna
great work.
translate this.
Okay.
Your outfits and vibes are absolutely money. I love you. This team may not be it, but you guys do make it better. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Good translation. And thank you so much.
That was sweet.
I love you. It said love y'all. And Deuce translated to I love you.
I love you. What's
Creepy.
that from? Home Alone 2?
Yeah.
Thank
I love you. Yeah. Oh, and people start picking out your butcher and barrel player of the game.
Yeah, think about that for a second. Next up for the Sacramento Kings, they take on the Milwaukee Bucks. That's coming up on Saturday. Then they finish a road trip against the Denver Nuggets. Milwaukee is they're coming off a nice win last night, a comeback victory with a monster second half against the New York Knicks. Giannis was the man, and the Kings have not had a lot of success in Milwaukee. In fact, the last time Sacramento won a game in Milwaukee, you got to go back to November 25th, 2015.
Jesus.
Where were you November 25th, 2015? I was 17 years old.
Wait.
That's 11 years ago.
In 2015?
2015. I was 17 years old. It was 11 years ago. Think about that. That's how long it was.
Deuce, you're really screwing with people when you say your age so wrong.
Just
Even someone earlier
I like to be open
was
and
like,
honest about it.
was like, wait, I thought you were almost 40.
Me?
Okay.
No.
This
Anyway,
is such a weird bit.
the last time the Kings won in Milwaukee, I was 17 years old. November 25th, 2015. Rudy Gay was the Kings' leading scorer, 36 points. DeMarcus Cousins did not play in that game. They won 129 to 118. Giannis did play in this game. But here's how long ago it was. Giannis was in his third year and had not been an all-star yet. He did not make an all-star team until year four. Year four. And think about that. Since then, he's made 9 all-star teams. He's won Defensive Player of the Year, and he's won 2 MVPs. The last time the Kings won in Milwaukee, Giannis was in his third year and not an all-star. Crazy.
It's pretty wild. Not a lot of success there.
And they've had their chances. Remember, who could forget the Dame game winner?
Oh, my.
Remember
the
that?
De'Aaron Fox
should have won
backcourt.
when De'Aaron.
God, I
oh
remember
my
that
God.
defensive play. No.
That was I talk about 2 games in a row. I won't forget that one. They should have won. The next game in Phoenix, I think you had a concussion at the time, but the Kings had a lead in the fourth quarter, like a 16-point lead in the fourth quarter, and lost. And it was like they just played 2 great games in a row and lost them both. Like, what the hell? But Dame hit that game-winning 3 at the buzzer because De'Aaron didn't pick him up, and just like, oh, let's let Dame Dollar launch this one, huh?
Damn.
Yeah, that was brutal. But we'll see how the Kings play. I think I would be very surprised against that front line that Milwaukee has, that if Sacramento starts small again. So I kind of expect another change to the starting lineup. Going back to the last game for Milwaukee, they've been starting AJ Green, Rollins, Turner, Giannis, and Trent. And then off the bench, you got Cole Anthony, Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis, Taurean Prince.
Well,
so they've got good size off the bench.
Well, I mean, the Kings saw success with going small ball against Utah, which is a completely different team. I'm just comparing size.
But they didn't start small.
And you're right.
Yeah.
They started Keon.
In that game?
Yeah.
You sure?
Instead of Russ, right? Am I wrong? Was that the game before?
No, let me double check.
I love that you have notes saved. Oh my God.
No, I think that was, they started Isaac Jones that night. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay.
They started Schroeder, LaVine, DeMar, Jones.
Didn't he
and
come
Sabonis.
out pretty fast?
Yeah, he did. He came out a couple
then they
minutes into the game. They played Sharge in that game a lot. Yeah, they played a lot of different lineups. But I imagine against Milwaukee, they're going to go big.
Okay, so let's say that they go big. I mean, then you have to go with it a little bit. You
Yes.
gotta give them some
I agree.
trust and confidence. Like let them build, let them
My
make
neck
mistakes.
is itching so bad right now.
Where
I
is it
can't-
itching? Oh God,
Oh.
here.
I don't know why.
Here. Do you want me to get it?
How can you do it? It's the same thing.
No, it's not. I have a different angle. Are you serious?
It's my neck. It's my neck. I don't know why. Just randomly. Okay, other side. I'm sorry.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, I'm good. All right. Whew.
Are you kidding me right now?
It was just a really random moment. I don't know what to tell you.
It was probably like
I don't know.
anxiety or something. Like,
Well, I couldn't do anything about it. It's a weird spot to be in. I don't usually wear this on my head.
I don't usually wear
Yeah,
it.
so you would go bigger in this game, right? With that front line.
Okay, yes, I would. But what I will say is that I guess you haven't seen success from the standpoint of W's with them going small, but you've seen successful moments with some of these, like Russ, for example. Not tonight specifically, but like when he does have to go up against a big, just being active, being handsy, being, doing what he needs to do, and then even can recover with the behind the back block or whatever. But my point to that being is I still want to see size against size.
I'm going Sabonis defending Giannis. I'll put Isaac Jones on Turner.
Okay.
I feel like Isaac can, I know Turner's got obviously tremendous size, but he's looking to space the floor.
Sure. And Isaac would be fine for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's see it. I mean, you got to trust.
Let's get to the Butcher and Barrel player of the game today.
Okay.
Of course, our friends who have Butcher and Barrel, they are the best. They are just a block away from Golden One Center. you on a good date night or on a game night, you're like, hey, I need somewhere to go before a game.
Oh my, it's the best.
You're right there. Just go there before and after a game. I mean, it's a great spot to get good drinks and amazing food, and it's local.
And it's a great vibe before
Yeah.
games, not just because there's a whole bunch of Kings fans there, but they have a game day deal,
Yeah.
$38. Sorry, I keep getting that wrong. $38 for a shot, a beer, and a Wagyu burger. And we've already had people coming up to us being like, holy shit, that was one of the best burgers we ever had. And we said, yeah, I know. We only promote really good food and really good things. So really good people too. So check them out. Oh,
Yeah.
in our contest
Yeah.
after Halloween. So this is the last announcement.
Yeah. Maureen had this idea, and I'm very curious to see how it transpires. And by the way, if no one really participates in this, it's fine, because it's like asking you to put effort in. We'll just carry over another contest. We'll just carry it over to something else in the new month. But the contest is this: dress as your interpretation of the Deuce and Mo podcast for Halloween. It doesn't have to be on Halloween. You can just dress up and then send us a picture on social media or at deuceandmo@gmail.com. The best one of your interpretation. Doesn't mean you have to dress as us. You could. You dress as something podcast related. I don't know. Be creative. Figure it out. This is not my idea.
No.
I didn't come up with this
And
idea.
by the way, I only said this idea because people have in the past like dressed up and sent photos to us and
I got
everything. And
it.
we're just
I
like,
got
oh my
it.
God, that's so cool. But if you do the interpretation, send in your photos and you can win a tomahawk dinner for two at Butcher and Barrel. It's over. Yes, that's right. It is obviously over $200 meal. It's amazing.
It's a cool contest.
It's a really cool contest.
The deuceandmo@gmail.com to submit or on social media. Butcher and Barrel player of the game, though. Who would be your player of the game?
Player of the game. Ooh, I kind of want to go with. I want to go with the King in some way, and I kind of want to go with Malik Monk, even though I know you didn't pick him.
Yeah. I did not pick him. Sorry, I had to do a quick moderation of the channel.
No problem.
Hey, people in the chat, don't any like stupid comments like that are like really offensive. You're gone. You're never gonna be able to chat again. So like, it's not worth it. Like, just keep it to yourself. Like, go to your go to some other place and do that.
No.
You know.
So I got Malik Monk as mine.
Malik Monk is a great candidate, and if we were giving it to a Kings player, you would 100% give it to Malik Monk. I agree with you.
You were giving it to a Kings player, but you're not.
And maybe I should be if this season continues. I'm not going to give it to the opposing player every time if they win. How about that? But tonight I'm going to give it to an opposing player. Modest Buzelis, 27 points on 11 of 18 shooting, 4 of 6 from 3 in 33 minutes of action. A promising second-year player. This guy's good. Shout out G League Ignite. That's where he got us.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I called his first ever game
Really?
Yeah.
With the Ignite in Stockton?
in Stockton.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
Modest Buzelis.
I remember you. Well, that's wild.
I think I was by myself that night.
That's what I think it was, and I think you were excited to talk about him. But either way, yeah, he had a great game. I could see why he could be the player of the game, and just seeing how he has been playing with the Bulls throughout the first couple of games. They're undefeated, but just being such an impactful player in so many different ways. Love his length, love his style.
I promise next game,
Yeah.
I will not give it to a Bucks player unless Giannis has an unworldly game. If it's crazy, he's probably going to get it.
I think we should not do it even if that.
How about we do both? A Kings and an opposing player if they lose. We'll think about it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Any other final thoughts on this game before we go around the league,
around the league,
around the league, around the league?
I was doing it.
Okay. I don't have headphones.
No other thoughts of tonight except glad that I think Mark mentioned on the broadcast that they're going to stay in Chicago, practice on Friday in Chicago, and then fly to Milwaukee.
That's easy. It's like a 90-mile. It's like from here to San Francisco, so that's nothing.
90 mile.
Yeah, they're really close. So that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're not going to practice tomorrow.
Friday, I said.
Friday. Okay.
Friday.
Yeah. So tomorrow is like
damn
an
it,
off day.
Friday.
Get your shit together, get treatment, figure it out.
Have a
lock
nice
in.
dinner.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how the rotation goes. And then honestly, big picture wise, like we've talked about this King schedule coming up. And it's always a danger to go too far into the schedule because what happens is like things change in this league. People get hurt. Teams, don't produce at the level that you think they are going to. But looking ahead a little bit, Morgan, they've got Milwaukee on Saturday, Denver on the road on Monday, home for the Warriors on the 5th on Wednesday. Then Friday, they play their first NBA Cup game against OKC. Then Minnesota's in town. Then Denver is in town.
Yep.
Atlanta is in town. Then you got the Wolves on the road, the Spurs, and the Thunder again. It could go bad really fast, and so they're going to have to turn around, but it'll be interesting to see how they approach the rotation if it does go a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With
Absolutely.
minutes and all that stuff.
It will. It will be very interesting how this all unravels. Unravels. Thank you.
You're thinking of Unrivaled, which is a basketball league.
That
also,
Chelsea Gray
real
plays
fast.
in. Hey, yeah, what?
You know what? I'm not going to do that today.
No, don't. I already know. I already know where your mind's
going
going.
with, and this is probably not the moment to talk with this stuff on, right?
With that?
Yeah. Let's go around the NBA. We've been trying to go around the NBA more during the podcast, especially which, it's going to be potentially tough year for Sacramento. We watch the league. I don't think you guys understand how much NBA we consume. We love it. The worst part about the Kings playing games is like there's other games going on, so you miss them.
The worst part.
The best part is we go after. Well, because then you have to catch up later.
Yeah, but then on off days, it's so nice
God.
just vegging out and
I watched the Bulls play the Hawks today.
Yeah.
I watched the last game today. This afternoon. It was great.
And you know what the best thing about basketball being just like game after game after game is, I know this is funny and only some of you are going to be able to relate. It allows me to let my Real Housewives like kind of build up. So there's multiple episodes that I have to watch. And it's not just like, oh man, I only get one and then I have to wait a week. I know some of you understand. So yes, I'm like very much behind, but I cannot wait to also get some of those in. Maybe I'll just like wake up and watch an episode.
I'm, honestly, I'm so glad you updated us on the podcast about your plans about this. Cause I was honestly really stressed out about it.
People care that like I watch one other thing beside basketball. Yes.
Around the league, Houston tonight gets a win. Morgan, they beat Toronto 139-121. They put up 139 points tonight on the Raptors. KD with 31 points in the win. Jabari Smith, 25 points. Amen Thompson, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Steven Adams, a double-double off the bench. Scotty Barnes had 31 in the loss. The Raptors now 1-4. Damn. Be a little better.
Take a look at some free throw attempts too.
Yeah, 34 free throw attempts for the Rockets in this one. That's something we will talk about in a second too. Boston all over Cleveland. This is a little bit of a surprise. 125-105. Donovan Mitchell held to just 15 points in this game. And it was a big night for Jaylen Brown, 30 points. Did you see the clip of him when he like lowered his head?
Yes.
And like part of
the spray came off
on the jersey.
Yeah. But so did you see what he did?
Didn't he do some Twitch stream? Did he actually cut it or no?
He was in, he called LeBron being like, yo, where'd you go? Tell me where you went in Turkey. Go anywhere.
Isn't LeBron a little light upstairs still?
No, LeBron, whatever LeBron did, it worked.
Honestly, I haven't seen him. He doesn't play anymore. Sam Hauser had 21 points off the bench in 21 minutes. Morgan, Sam Hauser in his 21 minutes was 7 of 13 shooting. All 7 of his makes from downtown, all of his attempts from downtown. 7 of 13 from downtown in the win for Boston. They are 2-3 on the season. Cleveland now 3-2.
Wait, but go back to Boston and then you see Nimi Keita in the starting lineup.
Double for Neemias Queta. 10 points, 13 rebounds.
That game was on while Kings game was on, but during commercial breaks, I'd look over and I was just like, God, it'd be nice to have him right now.
Tough news for the Hawks today. They did win over Brooklyn tonight, 117-112, but Trae Young played just 7 minutes, left the game with an injury. We're not sure about his status going forward, but there was initial concerns. Maybe it was an ACL, but it doesn't sound like that was the case.
Okay.
But he's likely to miss some time for Atlanta coming up, and they win. They are now 2-3 on the season. So a tough blow for them. And they've been kind of, I know a lot of people are high on them. They've had some weird injuries early. Guys have missed time. They just don't look great. I thought they'd be a lot better than they were. They got a lot of hype in the offseason, but still time to go. Indiana, dude, I thought they were going to beat Dallas tonight. They were up by 14 at one point. The scrappy Pacers, so banged up at this point. But at the end of the night, it was Dallas coming through and winning 107 to 105. The leading scorer, Brandon Williams, with 20 points in 22 minutes off the bench for Dallas. Siakam, 27 points and 13 rebounds in the loss.
Anthony Davis left the game.
Anthony Davis, that's another one. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
He only played 7 minutes in this one, and looked like he was grabbing his Achilles area.
Yep.
So AD, already hurt for the Mavericks, and that's just brutal. Clay was just 2 of 10. Dallas now improving to 2-3 on the season. Indiana falls to 0-4. Dude, the Pacers thing is insane. So Indiana, they didn't have a first-round pick for next year.
Okay.
And if you remember, they made a trade. I think it was during the playoffs or maybe even during the finals. They made a trade with the Pelicans, who had their pick. They made a trade to get their 2026 first-round pick back from the Pelicans. Okay?
Okay.
And then Tyrese got hurt. They're 0-4. They might be one of the worst teams in the league if they're all banged up. They have so many injuries. But if you're the Pelicans, you're like, you traded that pick back to the Pacers, and how lucky could the Pacers get? And you know how it's setting up, right? Indiana's going to get the number 1 pick if they're bad.
Oh, why? Because we're going to it's all rigged or what?
No, that's just how the basketball world operates.
And we're going to it's
basketball
all rigged.
I'm more speaking of the basketball gods than anything.
That's funny.
Detroit all over Orlando, 135 to 116. Morgan, Orlando, after all the hype, all the trade assets that they gave up to get Desmond Bane, they are 1-4 to start the season. And again, it's early, all this stuff, but this group's been clunky. Banchero was just 7-16.
So Orlando, I haven't watched them. I've only box score watched them so far. But that's a team that we should probably watch soon, just because I am very curious as to why it is so clunky and not working.
I did watch them the other day, and it's just.
You watched them against the Bulls, right?
No, they were playing the Sixers.
Oh, okay.
And the Sixers were shorthanded and won that game. It hasn't looked fluid. And I just thought they'd be better defensively too. And early on, it just hasn't looked good at all for them. Denver absolutely hammers the Pelicans tonight, 122 to 88. Insane. Jokic played 28 minutes at a triple-double, 21 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. Portland gets a 2-point win over Utah tonight, 136 to 134. So Portland moves back above 500. Utah's fun, man. I think Utah is going to be one of those interesting teams. I think they might be better than we think. I think we all projected them to be the worst team in the West. Maybe they're still the worst team in the West. Keontae George is showing legitimate flashes of taking a jump. He had 29 points in this game tonight. Marketing, who just had a 50-point night the other night against the Suns in that win, had 32 in the loss. Drew Holiday led the Blazers in scoring with 27. But I don't know, Utah they share the ball. They play defense. They've got size. They've got some compelling young talent. They're well coached. I think they're going to be competitive.
They are. So, yeah, stop that narrative.
But how about the free throws tonight?
What do we got? Holy shit.
This is disgusting. You guys.
Holy shit.
I'm going to say this right now. If you're eating, just take a second, step away, because you will throw up everywhere.
It's 11 o'clock. Well,
it's a late night crowd. We're hanging out.
Yeah, that's true.
Utah, 49 free throw attempts.
Did you throw up?
41 of 49 from the line tonight. 49 free throw attempts. Come on.
That game
disgusting.
must have been so boring to watch.
Memphis beat Phoenix tonight, 114 to 113. Ja Morant with 28 points. So that game went down to the wire, huh? That's pretty crazy.
Damn.
I'm trying to see if there was a game winner or something. I didn't notice that. Ja Morant put him up 1 with 7.6 seconds to go. Yeah, Devin Booker with 32 in the loss. So the Suns, 1-4, their 1 win coming against Sacramento.
Good for them.
And then the game of the night.
What's that?
You may not even know this was happening because you were driving back, Morgan. Lakers, Minnesota. The Lakers were in control of this game. They were up 16 in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden, Minnesota comes storming back. Julius Randle gives them the lead with like 6 seconds to go by 115, 114. Randall had 33 points. McDaniels had 30. Remember, Ant is out. But never fear. Austin Reeves is here. Austin Reeves with the game winner, the floater at the buzzer. They go a little pick and roll action. Hits a floater over DiVincenzo, who thought he was going to draw charge. Late contest. It didn't matter. Reeves for the win. He finishes with 28 points, 16 assists. The former King, Jake LaRavia, 27 points, 10 of 11 shooting, 5 of 6 from 3. Also had 8 rebounds and a couple of assists. But Austin Reeves is on a fucking heater.
It's on another level. Holy
Lakers
moly.
are 3-2 with Luka missing games and LeBron out.
Pretty good.
Pretty effing crazy.
Yep.
The Kings don't have a game for a couple of days. So one thing I want to hit on before we call it a night, Morgan.
Yeah, what you got?
The free throws in this league.
What about him?
It's crazy. We're seeing an increase in free throws that is really outrageous. And the numbers, luckily, are coming down in their last couple of games. So
Since
hopefully
we talked about them.
it's getting better. But one of the things we noticed is last year, the Denver Nuggets led the NBA in free throw attempts at 23.3 per game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Minnesota is a league leader at 28.3. There are 9 teams averaging 23 or more free throws per game when one team did it last season.
Well, I mean, the other day, that stat was like 11 teams. So, as we're seeing it trend down.
Yes. So that's a good thing.
Just even a little bit.
All right. Another number that we're paying attention to, free throw attempts for players. We're seeing this number drop dramatically. And I don't know if the league was paying attention and they decided to tinker with this a little bit. Or maybe people are fouling less. I think the league was just going crazy with the whistle early on.
Yes.
There's one player last year who averaged more than 10 free throw attempts per game. It was Giannis. Right now, we are now at...
Oh, only 4?
No.
Oh.
The free throw attempts. See right here?
Attempts. Yeah.
The league leader right now is Luka, 14.5. He's out. Benedict Matherin's out. He's at 13. So the players still playing. Austin Reeves, 11.6. So you got 9 players averaging 10 or more, including Victor Wembanyama, Devin Booker, Giannis, Zion, Paulo, Tyrese Maxey, and Austin Reeves.
Again, it's early, but it's just something that, like, if you see a game, even that Utah game, you go to the box score and you see 49 free throw attempts. It's disgusting. It's disgusting because it's not a fun product to watch when it starts to get like that.
Yep.
So hopefully, you just keep seeing the numbers kind of trend down.
Please, because the league, I think the last year and a half before this season started, I feel like they were trending in a good direction when it came to how the officials were calling the game.
Letting them
like
play.
there were more physicality, and it also seemed like players and coaches liked it. If it wasn't playoff intensity, but it was closer to that. And one of the things, we watch basketball all the time.
You've said that so many times.
No, but I'm bringing up another example.
Okay.
Have I said that so many times? Sorry.
Yeah,
we watch basketball all the time.
If you guys didn't
I
know,
don't know if
we
you guys know
watch
this.
basketball all the time.
I'm saying basketball for a reason. I'm not saying NBA. Because in the WNBA,
oh yes,
the physicality in that league is through the roof.
God.
And guess what? It's such an enjoyable product because they play physical. It's not a bunch of free throws. And in this league, you don't want it to become a free throw shooting contest. One, if you want the games to be closer to 2 hours, NBA, it can't be 49 free throws like we saw tonight in a game, or 46 when the Lakers were in town taking on Sacramento. It needs to you need to allow defenders to play with some physicality. I mean,
you tell the NBA.
Fun. It's just more fun that way. I think the fans dig it, the players like it, the coaches like it, the ratings would back that up. Don't blow the whistle so much. Let's let some physicality. Let's go. It's basketball. How are we doing tonight?
You heard it here first.
The one shocking stat, the last 2 games, SGA has combined 4-4 at the line.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
Good to see.
We will be back live again coming up on Saturday night. It's going to be a night one because the Kings and Bucks play at like 2. So we're going to do the show back in studio. It'll be like a Saturday night pod after Kings Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
My final thoughts on the pod tonight.
Oh.
Shout out to Morgan for this costume. In all seriousness, like, I'm not kidding you. I have a lot of crazy ideas with the podcast.
He does.
I'm not capable of executing some of them. I'm skilled at a lot of things. I am.
Yes, you
But
are.
when it comes to like this craft stuff or like art, anything that takes like building anything, putting something together, I can't do it. I'm just not capable. So the fact that Morgan made this head
It's so stupid.
and took what I wanted to become reality. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
You're
Hold on,
too
let me
kind.
just hold it like this.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. That's actually a good
Okay.
screenshot for the channel art.
Put
Hold
the
on.
mic out.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Okay. But seriously, Morgan, you did so good on this, and you know, I there was a part of me that was like, all right, like, what's it gonna be like if the Kings lose? I'm wearing this, but you know what? It made it more fun.
Do you want to dress up as something every podcast?
It's not a bad idea. What are we gonna do next? Hey, get the costume. We need a and your costume, Sign Lady, was awesome too. Great
No.
job on the sign. But
Fun
look,
ideas.
this is what I'm talking about with our podcast.
What
This
are
is
you
what I want. This is like our post-show meeting right now.
Oh.
I want, no matter the result, it doesn't mean we can't have fun and laugh. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's
this
what
is
we
a great
do.
example of tonight is we didn't feel good about this game.
Not at all.
It wasn't fun.
Not even
at
for a
the
second.
end, especially in that second half. But guess what? We all came together, talked it out, and took a deep breath, laughed a little bit. It's basketball. Let's enjoy the ride.
There you go, Deuce. And and thank you guys all for always joining us, even when it's hours after a game and, just being with the nightly pod. We appreciate the live crowd, everyone that obviously tunes in afterwards as well. So thank you guys so much for always supporting us and being here with us and making it fun.
And make sure you comment on the show afterwards on YouTube and Spotify and all that. We love you guys so much. But we gots to go. Let's see if I can hit the button right here with my big mascot hands.
You all have a safe and happy
I hit the button already, dude.
Halloween. See ya.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know. Deuce and Mo.